Hey guys, welcome back to the Cyrus Fiene Team channel. I'm Cyrus, and today we're at our newest listing in Bryant in Northeast Seattle. This home was built in the 1920s, and it's built in that Tudor style. Some things that really define Tudors and make them stand out is, in this case, it's an all brick exterior, which is pretty awesome. Also, you see a lot of sweeping roof lines and kind of steep A-frame roof lines that define Tudors. This property is offered at $1,350,000, and let's get inside and check it out. Welcome to this 1928 Tudor, and as soon as you come off the front door, you're greeted by the great room and these amazing coved ceilings. And before we go see the rest of the home, I'll just break down the stats. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, about 4,750 square foot lot. 1,920 square foot finished, which is these upper 2 levels, and then downstairs we have the basement, which is about 850 square feet, and the garage. Let's check out the rest. So another great identifier of the Tudor home is these amazing arched doors. You see them very often throughout Seattle on Tudors, and this door is original, which is not very often that you can see homes that are nearly 100 years old that still have their original door. Another feature I really want to point out in this home is the fact that when you look at these windows, you would think that they're actually original, but the sellers and the owners spent over $40,000 remodeling all of the windows in this home to bring them up to the modern standard, double pane windows, while keeping the original aesthetic and the original wood frame intact. And that's particularly why these windows were so expensive to swap out. It's challenging to kind of retain that original character while bringing it up to that modern code. So another exceptional feature about this great room is the fireplace. It originally was, of course, wood burning. The owners actually here took the care to keep the original tile work and install a gas fireplace with the iron actually carved out to match the exact framing of the original fireplace. So as we come through the great room, under this fabulous arched doorway, if you will, we're greeted by the dining room, which flows perfectly on to the backyard and into the kitchen. So right behind me, you're gonna find a kind of alcove, if you will, that is original to the home that was built in. These are things that you just see that are very unique to Tudors that you just don't get in a traditional property that's new. So Tudors are a lot of fun, and there's lots of Easter eggs kind of throughout the home if you keep a keen eye. And one of those things you'll notice up here, it almost looks like a crown molding that you would see in a modern 2023 home. But in fact, it's actually a picture ledge where you can actually hang art and display things. What's really nice about it is you don't actually have to puncture the wall and nail it in and then of course go back and paint over it when you're done with that photo. So a really nice feature that you only tend to see here in Tudors and maybe some craftsmen. So as I mentioned, those Easter eggs and whatnot, just the craftsmanship that went into these Tudor properties when they were built is truly exceptional. You just look at the ceiling work above the dining room, and that is just not something you see at all in any new construction and even custom homes. So coming off the dining room, we find ourselves in the kitchen, and a few really awesome pieces that you see in this kitchen. First of all, you have this kind of bay window that's overlooking your backyard, which is really nice. And something I want to point out, you have the old leaded windows that used to be in this space repurposed as part of the kitchen and the cabinetry. And just behind me, you're gonna find the eat-in kitchen and kind of the eating nook, which is pretty nice. It's nice to have that separate space from the dining room and a second place to eat. Following the circular layout actually through the kitchen, we find ourselves next to the steps, the first full bath, and the first bedroom here behind me. So another really cool Easter egg in this home is this little alcove. This was actually designed specifically for house phones. And the reason it has this extended ledge is so that you could actually take notes on it while you were on the phone and using the only one you had in the house. So here we are in the first of 3 bedrooms, and we currently have it staged as an office. That's actually how these owners use this space. And one of my favorite features of this room is the fact that it's west facing and you get the gorgeous trees right outside the window. Quick note before we go upstairs, this is all original. This is the original railing, which is pretty awesome. So here upstairs, we hit the landing right off the steps, and the space is used exceptionally well. Even the landing has storage built in, which is pretty awesome. And one thing that makes this Tudor so amazing is the fact that it's been modernized over the years, but of course we've kept the character as we've talked about. And the thing that makes this property so unique is the fact that you have 2 legitimately sized bedrooms and 2 bathrooms on this upper floor, which is very rare. And that's a nice feature to have, especially for young families where they want to have their young ones on the same floor. So off to the left, we have that full bath that I was just talking about. And of course, this large second bedroom up here. So as we get into the second bedroom, you can really appreciate how large it is. You have 2 twins being staged here. Of course, you could just have 1 queen or king size bed. And you even have a little bit of an office space, if you will, behind me with one of the original leaded windows just to keep some of that character intact. Of course, very unusual to have 2 full-size bedrooms in the upstairs of any Tudor, but this one you even have a legitimate, nearly walk-in closet. So off to the right of the landing, you actually have the primary suite, which again is massive compared to almost any other Tudor craftsman you'll see of this age. This primary has a full kind of dedicated space, walk-in closet, and a fully redone primary bathroom. As I mentioned, the upstairs bedrooms here are absolutely enormous for most Tudors. We're staging it here with a king bed. We even have that sitting area, and what's really nice is you have that fully remodeled bath. One thing that makes this property really unique and kind of bringing it into the modern era is that the owners decided to install air conditioning in both upstairs bedrooms. That's really nice because that cool air flows down and keeps the whole home cold. Right off of that dining room and kitchen, actually, you have access to this gorgeous backyard. What makes this backyard so unique is the fact that it's actually totally flat. Out front, you're on a hill, and in most of Seattle, you're on a hill. So it's very nice to get a completely level backyard. That's something that's very rarely seen here in Seattle. Another feature that I like is just the fact that it's pretty manageable. It's not huge, it's not too small. You have a proper patio, and you have a small area of grass that you can play soccer in. These sellers even built in a fire pit back here, which is pretty awesome. Of course, in the summertime, you're able to have everyone over and make those summertime s'mores. So you probably noticed this door before, and this actually takes you down into the basement. Let's go check it out. We're in the basement, and it's roughly 850 square feet down here. Back when this was built, this area where the furnace currently is right now used to actually be used to shovel coal into the furnace to keep the whole home warm back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, of course. You see that a lot of craftsmen where you walk downstairs and it's these short ceiling heights and everyone's wondering, who lived down here? Nobody did. They were literally shoveling coal into the furnace back then. Oftentimes, what's nice about spaces like this is when you outgrow the space upstairs, you actually can just expand into your own home, which oftentimes can be more economical than selling it and buying your next one. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any interest in this property or any other Tudors here around Seattle, we're happy to show them to you. Of course, if you're interested in buying and selling, our contact information is down below. We're happy to help you. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and the feedback is awesome. So if you want any other home tours or neighborhood videos, definitely leave a comment below. Thanks, guys.